What's up guys, Mickle here, and in this video, I want to show you a fascinating clip that actually Prosper just got our hands on that shows Brad Garlinghouse talking about a meeting he had with 15 JP Morgan executives. Guys, when Ripple takes over our financial system and really dominates the new rails, the biggest banks in the world are gonna have to get on board. In this video, I want to show you guys that the biggest banks in the entire world already know all about Ripple and XRP. Guys, this is a video you are not gonna want to miss. We also have some pretty exciting developments in the Ripple SEC case to go over. While not a lot has been happening recently, we actually had a pretty big ruling by Judge Torres earlier today. Guys, make sure to stick around till the end of the video to see that. You are not going to want to miss it. Last of all, guys, at the end of this video, I want to show you a fascinating clip of Vitalik talking about which blockchain he thinks will dominate our future financial system. Guys, I want to give you a quick little hint. It is not Ethereum. Make sure to stick around till the end of the video to see that. Guys, this is going to make you more confident in XRP than ever. Like always, guys, if you are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. I'm pretty sure YouTube's trying to shadow ban me, so make sure if you are not subscribed, you subscribe, and also turn the bell notifications on. They really go a long way in helping this channel grow. Guys, if you're ever looking for a good place to buy XRP, make sure to check out the link for Uphold down in the description below. Uphold is a great exchange and one I use all the time to buy XRP. Guys, with that said though, I hope you enjoy the video and let's jump right into it. Real quick, guys, MOO-MOO is a great place to buy and sell stocks. MOO-MOO is a regulated exchange with a great interface. If you sign up with MOO-MOO right now using the link in the description of this video, you could win up to 13 free stocks. Most importantly, though, each one of these stocks could be worth up to $3,000. So, guys, do not miss out on this and go sign up with MOO-MOO now. Now, guys, I want to start off this video by showing you something very cool that was brought to my attention. This is an XRP pendant made by 24 Hours Crypto. I'm sure you guys have seen his YouTube channel. Guys, I think this thing is so sick, and I just wanted to show this to you guys. I actually talked to 24 Hours about this pendant. He said it was super high quality, and he was very impressed with it. I have one being shipped to my house right now, but guys, make sure to go check this out. I think it's super cool, and it's going to go down as a dope piece of memorabilia. I'll put the link for where to buy it in the description of this video, because I would definitely check this out, because this thing's really cool. He's telling me it's very high quality, so guys, do not miss out on this. There's only like 150, so don't miss it before it sells out. So guys, now I want to show you a video that has been talked about in the XRP community for a long time, but has never actually been released. Well, just today, actually Prosper just got her hands on a legendary XRP video of Brad Garlinghouse actually talking about an interaction he had with 15 JP Morgan executives. Guys, let me tell you right now, you do not meet with 15 JP Morgan senior executives unless you are having a huge impact in our future financial system. Guys, I want to show you this clip and then show you a very interesting piece of documentation that shows that the biggest banks in the entire world are getting ready for a redefined payment system with Ripple and XRP at the center of it. First though, guys, listen up to this video because it's honestly kind of mind-blowing that Ripple, a company that almost no one talks about outside the XRP community, is talked about so much and is so influential in the banking sector. Guys, listen up to this.
When we talk about Jamie Dimon, we first have to recognize where he sits. He sits at the top of the global financial infrastructure. There are a few banks, of which JPM is certainly one, that make billions and billions of dollars of profit by virtue of that perch. 99.9% of banks don't make money in this ecosystem in terms of cross-border payments. Jamie Dimon makes a technical term of a shit ton of money by sitting there. So when I hear Jamie Dimon saying it's a fraud, I think to myself, well, of course he's going to say that. He's talking. I mean, and by the way, there's also people who conspiratorially he's trying to talk down the price of Bitcoin so JPM can buy it. Like the idea that JP Morgan isn't actively working in the blockchain and Bitcoin space is not true. Frankly, I don't mind sharing. There are about 15 senior JP Morgan people at Ripple's offices this afternoon. Now, unless JP Morgan's going to fire them.
Does JP Dimon know that?
Apparently not. Anyway, so look, that's my thought on the whole JP Dimon thing. I do think there are people who are going to say this is, in the same manner, a very smart investor said to me, in 1997, the whole West Coast was long Amazon and the whole East Coast was shorting Amazon. We saw how that worked out. And his point was basically, look, the West Coast is obviously bullish, and there's some that are very cynical about these things, and we'll see how it works out. On the risk factor, just very briefly, because I don't want to go on too long, but I think what we have to remind ourselves that this has to come back to utility. What problem is the digital asset solving?
So guys, first of all, how could you not love Brad Garlinghouse? But second off, and I think it's so important to understand this, JP Morgan has been saying forever, we do not respect blockchain, we'll fire anyone at our company who's involved in blockchain. Meanwhile, at the same exact time, JP Morgan is sending their highest level executives to Ripple to talk about a blockchain strategy. It's pretty obvious here that JP Morgan knows that Ripple is a leader in the blockchain industry, and I think it's fairly clear that JP Morgan executives were likely meeting with Brad Garlinghouse at Ripple to try to buy Ripple the company. We know that JP Morgan went out of their way to buy critical infrastructure for the Ethereum blockchain and did this so they could have a controlling stake in the new future financial system. JP Morgan likely knows that Ripple is going to be a key player in the next generation internet of value. And guys, how do I know that? Well, the Ethereum founders themselves have been saying that, and I'm going to show you that in a clip at the end of this video. But guys, if the Ethereum founders know that Ripple is going to be the dominant player in Web3, then it's hard for me to believe that JP Morgan wouldn't know that too. JP Morgan likely sent their senior executives to Ripple to try to buy a controlling stake in the next generation financial system. And guys, who knows if that's why this lawsuit was launched, but after listening to this clip, I think one thing is clear. The biggest banks in the entire world know about Ripple and XRP, and they're going to do everything in their power to try to take back some of this control. Well, guys, on that same note, take a look at this, because this is out of HSBC, and we can see in this HSBC report, they are specifically talking about Ripple's XRP ledger for real-time cross-border payments. Guys, the important thing to note here is all the biggest banks in the entire world are literally telling you that they are looking at Ripple and XRP as a solution to the current issues in our financial system. Right now, information can move across the internet at the speed of light. Information can be sent and received instantaneously, but the same cannot be said for value. Ripple and XRP are really the leading solution in the banking sector for making instantaneous transactions of value a reality, and this is something our financial system desperately needs. All the biggest banks are going to get on board or be left behind. Yes, they will try to control it like JP Morgan, but guys, once Ripple gets big enough, they are going to leave companies like JP Morgan in the dust. Just wait for that day to happen, because guys, once the big banks like HSBC and Bank of America start partnering with Ripple rather than trying to take them over, guys, you know we are getting close. So guys, now I want to move on and show you some very good news in the Ripple SEC case, because this just got ruled on earlier today, and it looks like as of today, we finally have a set schedule for summary judgment. The reason this is such a big deal is the SEC has been constantly trying to delay this case, push dates out further to try to drain Ripple of their resources, but it looks like Judge Torres has finally locked in the summary judgment schedule. This is really good because it gives us a final date for a worst case scenario on when this case could end, and it looks like the final motions for summary judgment are going to happen December 22nd, so that means we are going to be looking for a ruling from Judge Torres around 2 to 3 months after this. This is really good news, because this means that even if this case doesn't settle, we at least know that this case is in no doubt going to be over in the first half of 2023. And guys, it is so nice to just finally be able to say that there is an end in sight. Now, I am still fully convinced that this case will settle. If this case does settle, I think it will happen in September. If we go through September and we don't get a settlement, I don't think we will settle. I think we will probably go the distance. Now, the main reason I do think we will settle in September is because that is the end of the SEC's fiscal year. There's really no way to sugarcoat it. The SEC has been getting demolished in the Ripple SEC case, so I have a really hard time believing that they're going to want to drag this thing out much longer. The SEC is eventually going to have to cut their losses, or they're going to risk losing all control over the cryptocurrency market. It's much better for the SEC to take the L to Ripple, cut their losses, and say, you know what, we're not going to get to regulate XRP, but there's a ton of other cases out there for us to go pursue, and even if we lose the XRP case, we can stage this settlement in a way where we can still go after other cryptocurrencies. It's really hard for me to believe the SEC is going to risk their entire jurisdiction over all other crypto projects by taking a massive loss to Ripple at summary judgment, but we'll have to see how this plays out. I'm still confident towards the end of September we will see a settlement, but like I said, even if we don't get that settlement at the end of September, at least we have an end in sight for the worst case scenario of how long this case could go. This is a very good sign and shows that we are getting somewhere. Last of all, guys, I want to finish this video off by showing you something shocking, because when I saw this, I really couldn't believe it. I never thought I would see the day Vitalik was saying that Ripple would dominate the internet of value, because guys, it really shows that even the biggest players in other blockchain companies, in other blockchain ecosystems, know that Ripple and XRP are going to be the dominant solution in our future financial system. Guys, listen to this, because if Vitalik is this bullish on Ripple X and XRP, guys, you should be too, because I know it takes a lot for him to say something like this. Listen up to this.
That's really what Ethereum is. You know, people talk a lot about cryptocurrency 2.0 being like the internet of value. We're not the internet of value. Ripple is the internet of value. We're an arbitrary processor for state transaction functions.
So guys, I mean, I could not believe it when I heard that. Vitalik knows that XRP is the standard, and guys, maybe that's why they had to pay off the SEC to give them a free pass and try to hold Ripple and XRP back. Either way, though, we're going to get clarity before Ethereum. XRP is in the process, and when it does get that clarity, the internet of value will be built on the XRPL. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. Make sure to like and subscribe. It means so much. And for now, Mickle out.